welcome to another one of our shows. This is Chicago A.B.A.T.E TV show. I'm Pat Jones. I'm the president of Chicago A.B.A.T.E for now, and Oscar will be the next president coming up. Before we start tonight, I got congratulations I want to send out to Bob and Juliana. They got married Saturday, had a big ceremony with all kinds of frivolity, and they just had a good time. It was a naked wedding. Naked wedding, seriously. But everybody had their clothes on. I was kind of confused when I showed up to do it. I was like, Bob, I heard this was a naked wedding. And I was promised cookies. There were no cookies, by the way. So, all of that being said, Bob and Juliana, I hope you have a great life together. Kit Kat, thank you very much for giving me the call. I appreciate coming out. And guess what? The kids at Shriners are benefiting from me coming out there. You know why. Okay, let's get down to business. Oscar was so gracious tonight. He printed this up for me because he wants everybody to know that he is at Can TV. That's right. Oscar, the star of Can TV. It's not me. It's the man behind the scenes. The man, the myth, the legend, the Oscar. Oh yeah. So, this is on behalf of Dan Harper. The mission of A.B.A.T.E of Illinois is to preserve the universal right to safe, unrestricted motorcycling environment and to propose and advocate actions that can be taken by elected officials to protect and conserve the natural resources of the state of Illinois and ensure through professional management that sustainable use, recreational opportunities, and enjoyment of these resources is available for this and future generations. Yeah, that's from A.B.A.T.E of Galesburg, Illinois A.B.A.T.E. That's right. So we'll put that on the site. We did read it. Tonight we're going to have a couple of guests calling in. I believe Judy is going to be calling in to talk about, this thing that they do. When is it there? Sunday. All right. Now I know I'm going to mess this up, but we're going to try it anyways. Look at that. The Duquesne Toy and Food Run. Details are available at Duquesne's website. If you want more information, call me after the show, text me, hit us up, send us a text here, or you can actually call in the show. It's live tonight, 312-738-1060. We'll talk about the Duquesne Toy Run as soon as Judy calls in, so we'll keep that on the side. Oscar. Oh yeah. Another reminder from Oscar. A.B.A.T.E of Chicago membership meetings every third Wednesday of the month, 7 p.m. at the brewery. This Oscar, this is not junk paper, man. This is like real good paper. So I'm going to have to start going to his house when I need to print stuff. Okay, brewery is 3848 North Harlem Avenue. Come on out. You don't have to be a member to come and see what we're doing. Come and talk with us. If you want to learn about politics, if you want to learn about motorcycling, if you want to learn about Oscar, anything you want to know about your local politicians, politicians that are running for office through the whole state of Illinois, not just the Chicago area, which when Ski calls in, we're going to be talking about that. And also, the big reminder, October 17th, that's our next meeting. Come out, see Oscar. Oscar wants to know what he can do for you. When you come out and you see the table Oscar sets up, it's perfection. It is. I love you, Oscar. You know what? If you weren't married, oh, that's right, you're not married, I'd hook you up with someone. I got just a girl for you. Longtime friend, you know her name, they named a hurricane after her. I'll hook you up, brother. Anyways, that's what's going on. Okay, now, by joining A.B.A.T.E, you can be a part of a political power that has come together to oppose anti-motorcycling legislation and promote safety of motorcyclists. You can help support the implementation of programs that will help the sport of motorcycling. You receive a patch, yearly membership card, yearly rocker, bumper sticker, monthly newsletter that contain notices of A.B.A.T.E activities and will keep you informed of any legislative activity affecting you. You can also do that by coming to our meetings. Our legislative director will let you know what's going on. We get a lot of information before it even hits the news, believe it or not, because we do have members working in Senate offices, state representative offices, aldermanic offices, downtown. We have people working in almost every town you can imagine. We do have people that are members of A.B.A.T.E or friends of A.B.A.T.E. And believe it or not, we get some really good information. We got information while we were in Springfield one time that the news didn't even have out, and we had it all over the news before they did. So we do have a caller. So Oscar, remember, when I go like this, that means cut them off. All right? That's the signal, secret signal. Cut them off. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Patrick Jones, what's going on? It's Ski.
Oh, hi, Ski. I was just giving Oscar the signal.
You were just giving Oscar a signal. See, I'm unfortunately I'm not watching online tonight, so I can't see it. So.
Oh, okay. What's happening there, Ski? What's happening around the state? Introduce yourself first.
Well, first of all, I am Josh Witkowski. I'm the state legislative coordinator for A.B.A.T.E of Illinois. And we are in the middle of silly season. It is a month to go before the general election, and all these candidates are pulling out all the stops to convince you the other opponents are pretty much the devil.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, we do know who the devil is up here.
Oh, really? Who's that?
We just call him Eminem. Michael Madigan.
Well, that may be the case for up there. But, you know, up there you guys have a couple of races that are actually getting really interesting, and A.B.A.T of Illinois has a position in them.
Yes, we do.
Yes. I mean, we're known primarily for being part of the states, state issues, but there's actually a state/federal issue that's been real big for us this year, and that's been on autonomous vehicles, driverless cars. They don't see motorcycles at all. They have less than 40% detection rate of motorcycles, and companies want to just bring these out on the roads with minimal oversight. There are two congressmen in your area, Peter Roskam and Randy Hutgren, who have worked to get us meetings with NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, out in D.C. I was able to meet with NHTSA because of the work of these congressmen, and they're facing pretty tough re-election fights, and these are the guys that we need to see get re-elected.
That I do know. Ski, I got a question for you. I don't know if you guys get the same commercials down by you, but we've been having commercials run on local TV channels up here. It's they're talking about Madigan and then Pritzker and everybody, and their bottom line is right on the screen. They're the ones that suck. And I've never seen a political commercial like that. And these are candidates for reform, I think they're called. Have you seen that commercial?
No, I have not seen anything like that.
Oh, yeah. It said, and it shows the end. They talk about taxes and everything and how Pritzker wants to raise taxes and Madigan wants to raise taxes and blah, blah, blah. And then they show the pictures of the people that are behind this movement. And at the end, it shows Mike Madigan's picture and it says, they're the ones that suck. And it's unbelievable commercial. I've never seen something like that before.
I've never seen anything like that. I've seen some pretty impressive ads here and there, but that's an absolute new one on me. I'm going to have to go to the YouTube and look that up.
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable. First time I see it, I go, man, I think I'm seeing something that they're like spoofing. And I rewound it. It's a genuine commercial. It's like Citizens for Reform or something like that.
Yep. And then we have the other version of, and up there, I mean, let's talk about what we're seeing up there with Randy Hutgren and Peter Roskam. They've got two opponents going against them that are being very well funded by outside money out in D.C. And they're trying to, be part of this so-called blue wave that's coming in. The problem is the candidates that are trying to come in, they don't seem to want to talk to bikers, and we don't know why that is. We don't know what the problem is. All we know is that we have two incumbents who do really well for motorcycle issues in Illinois and federally, and they're going to need help up there. Everybody needs to get out and vote and help.
So let me ask you this. Were you able to get a hold of their opponents?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And we do try. We send out we send out questionnaires to
Right.
every candidate who files to run. We usually get pretty good response back. And it's not a Democrat or Republican thing. I'd point out Rajna Krishnamurthy right there in the 8th District in Chicago, he talks to us. He actually took time when we were out in D.C., his staff took us to a room right adjacent to the floor of the U.S. House, and he came out from a major vote to come and talk to us personally. So, it's not a one party versus the other. It just seems to be that there's a certain section of a party that is not interested in engaging motorcyclists, and we're worried about that.
Well, JB don't engage motorcyclists either, right?
I have managed to talk with him once, but it was because I ran into him at an event. But yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of outreach there.
Well, I tried to also, and nothing. And I had good numbers to get a hold of him on. Not a word.
And while we're on the subject of the governor's race, there was a statement just put out by our PAC chairman, it was about 10, 15 minutes ago or so.
I seen it.
And I think that's something that we can talk about now if you want to.
Go ahead, it's public. Start from the beginning, though.
I will start from the beginning.
First of all, wait, Steve, first, let me preface this with, we have a good working relationship with most candidates in the state of Illinois, from the bottom of the state to the top and both sides. There are senators, congressmen, state representatives that we've always talked with. We've always done right by them. A lot of them have done right by us. But what happened today, that was not good, in my opinion. So now, go right ahead.
So what happened today, and it's not good, and I'll go into it. So this morning, I'm getting ready to head into the office, and I read a statement by State Senator Sam McCann, who is running for governor on the Conservative Party ticket, and was rated a B+ by A.B.A.T.E of Illinois. By the PAC, I should say, because the PAC is who determines these grades. And the statement essentially accused the A.B.A.T.E PAC of doing backroom deals to keep his grade artificially low and to endorse Governor Rauner. And that couldn't be further from the truth. You and I were both in that room. It was voted on. It was democratically voted on. It was proposed. It was vigorously debated. I don't hold a vote on the floor, but I watched the process go. Yeah, you do. But I watched the process go down, and it was fair, and it was open, and it was well discussed.
And if you think about it, we do vote motorcycles. We don't vote Democrat or Republican. We vote motorcycles.
Right, and we have an incumbent governor who has done a lot for motorcyclists in the state of Illinois. Where this gets extraordinarily disappointing for somebody like me is I'm down here in Springfield, Illinois, and that is where Sam McCann's district is.
And I met him, nice man, very nice man.
Very good guy. This is what surprises me so much about his statement today. He is a good guy. But 2 years ago, he faced a very well-funded opponent, coincidentally backed by the current governor.
I remember.
And we backed Sam. We said, no, Governor, that is our incumbent. He has been good to us. We gave him an A+ rating, and we endorsed him, even though his opponent had a perfect survey just like he does this time around. So the same thing that he's complaining about this time is the thing that he benefited from a little over 2 years ago. And what really bothers me about this is I was one of the ones that was working very hard for him on behalf of A.B.A.T.E 2 years ago, to the point where I actually was at a polling place in Pawnee, Illinois, when it ran out of ballots. And I made sure that people still got to vote when the replacement ballots arrived. The polling place stayed open, and our people managed to get in there.
Well, 2 years ago, did you and I not have an argument with each other about him?
I believe we may have.
We were sitting in Shake and Shake,
Yeah.
But it comes down to this, motorcycles.
Yup. Yeah, and I was extraordinarily disappointed by his actions today. Couldn't believe it. Still kind of in shock about it.
So do you think he wrote it or one of his staff members wrote that and put it, and he just said, yeah, put it out? Because he posted his whole survey.
I believe he wrote it.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe that he wrote it. I've known Sam for many, many years. It matches the way that he speaks. I do believe that he wrote that.
Wow.
Which is what really kind of, it's like, we've had this really great working relationship for almost a decade. And just because you're rated a B+, you just want to throw shots at the same people that have been backing you for this long?
Yep. Now, in his senatorial races, I'm sure he would have done better if he was just running for Senate. You know what I mean? But now
possibly.
Now he's thrown his hat in to run for governor. So what does that tell you about his Senate seat? He really don't care about it, in my opinion.
I don't know about that far. I know that the young man that's running for that Senate seat has already reached out to A.B.A.T.E. We've forged a good working relationship with him already. So our organization will come out okay. It just was really disappointing to see this today.
And you know what I have a problem with, Ski? And I know a lot of people do. All right, Sam McCann, he's a senator. He wants to run for governor. He should drop that seat, and whatever party should replace him right then and there. You lose governor, you lost it all. Same thing with a senator or state rep. State rep's running for a senator, he's got to drop as a state rep. Mayor, same thing. You're the county board commissioner, you're the county board president, you want to run for mayor, drop that spot. Okay? Now they lose. What they got? They got nothing. They didn't really lose. They still got their job as a senator, a mayor, a commissioner. So I don't agree with all of that.
So and I understand where you're coming from on that, but in Sam's particular case, his Senate seat is actually up right now for election. So if he loses this spot for governor, he won't be senator anymore either.
See, so
yeah.
And I don't understand why he would have done it. I like I said, I met him. Nice man. I've talked with him.
Yeah.
Yep. I was surprised. I wasn't shocked. I was just surprised. So if you want to talk about our statement, that's okay.
Yeah, and Mike Mike Fisher, chairman of the PAC, put out a statement basically expressing same kind of things, that we're disappointed in this, that, Sam did benefit from the same thing he's complaining about. He benefited from 2 years ago.
What a shame.
So, yeah.
Well, I know you've been working hard on this whole election thing, with the governor race and the senator races down there. So I do want to thank you for all of that. That's a lot of hard work down there.
I think I'll be coming up your way October 22nd. I might be up in Rosemont for something. I can't announce just what yet, but once everything becomes official, it's a really good national opportunity for A.B.A.T.E. of Illinois.
Well, if you're here on the 23rd, you could come in and pop in on the show.
I'd have to take too much time off work yet again.
Come on, really? Remember what they told you. It's not a lot of work. It's just a lot of time.
Yeah, something like that.
Ski, thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate all that you do for A.B.A.T.E., all you do for all the organizations that you do serve on. I know you serve on quite a few.
I appreciate it.
If you talk to Sam McCann, just keep a good relationship with him anyway. I don't see him winning. I don't even see him making the final two.
I think the goal is to make 5%, which would give him an established party.
And then he'll pull votes, obviously, which
potentially,
that sucks.
Or he may attract. It's hard telling. So down here in Central Illinois, where he's actually drawing from, is conservative pro-union people.
Okay.
That's what he's drawing down here.
Well, yeah, I was looking at all his donations today on Sunshine, Illinois. I think I sent that out to everybody, and he's getting a lot of union money, that's for sure.
Yeah.
150's backing the hell out of him, I know that. AFSCME and a couple others. I think SCIU too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well,
but anyway, thanks for doing everything you do up there, and we will be in touch, sir.
We try. You got my number.
Bye, brother.
Thanks, Guy. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
That was Josh Witkowski. He's our legislative director for state of Illinois A.B.A.T.E. And we get him on the show one night. He's been up on the show. So, again, with this voter's guide that we put out, it's going to be in the state paper. Oscar's got a copy of it, the paper that comes out to the state. So we list it in there. All it is a guide. This tells you what we graded the candidates from their surveys that they sent in. We ask them a series of questions. They answer them. We've got room there for comments. If there's something they don't understand, they can stop doing the survey and call the trustee in their area. Like up here, it would be me. A little bit west would be Amanda or somebody. And all they got to do is call up and say, hey, you know what? I really don't understand this question. I want to answer it truthfully, you know. And what they always do is they say, hey, what would you answer this question? And I say, what would you answer it? I'll tell you what the question means. And it was silly stuff. It was about the E85 and the E15, you know, questions like that. Up here, as far as I'm concerned, the E15, the E85, all the corn blends, we really don't care up here. But down south, they do care a lot about that because that gets money in the farmers' pockets. That sustains life down there for them, you know. So really, that's their lifeblood. Okay, is that enough politics for tonight, Oscar? Really? Okay, that's enough politics for tonight. We do have. You can go online and renew your membership for us, by the way. We do have another party coming up. On. We got Widow Sons Chapter 1. They're having an event October 20th at the River Park Moose Lodge. Now, it's a free party, so don't worry about bringing money, but bring money anyways in case you want to give it to me. What we're going to be doing that night is we're going to be collecting tents and sleeping bags. Not blankets, but sleeping bags because they're a little warmer and we don't want old dirty blankets. You know, sleeping bags are generally kept clean. But like 2-man, 3-man tents, even a 1-man that I call it a rope tent. If you got them laying around, we need them. We're going to be going out and hitting the homeless in Chicago. And I'm challenging Cookie and 357 chapter, Widow Sons, to do the food while we're doing the tents and the sleeping bags. So we're going to get together on that, Cookie, even though you don't know about it yet. Somebody from your chapter that's watching, they're going to come out and say at your meeting, what's this we're doing, food for the homeless? Yes, you are. So what we could do is we could pool some money. There was a guy that went downtown and I think he bought 100 or 150 hamburgers or whatever it was, the cheeseburgers at McDonald's. And they gave him a hard time about ordering them, but he bagged them and he went out and he started handing them out. So it's not much money. You've got money. Cookie makes a lot of money, so he could put some money out. Anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to collect these on the 20th, and then the 27th we're going to be in Decatur, where there's going to be a whole bunch of people, and we're asking for tents and sleeping bags when you get down there. So, that's another thing that we're going to be doing. Judy has not called in yet. I'm not going to call her, but we do need to talk about this here. This event, very important event. What this event does is, this gives food to needy families. It gives toys to kids that don't have toys, that will not have a Christmas. And it's so big, believe me, this is one of the biggest events out west. And bar none, comparable to Chicagoland Toys for Tots. And if none of you noticed tonight, Oscar didn't either. This is one of the only nights on this show that I have not wore a black shirt. It just makes me look younger, right? Thinner? Oscar says no on the thinner. Anyways, Fat Eddie says, get the $6 cheeseburgers. No, Eddie, we're not getting the cheeseburgers for $6. It's a bad deal. That's for another show. I have to tell you about the $6 cheeseburger episode with Eddie. Anyways, come on out to the meeting. Come and pick up some of these nice stickers. Come and pick up these Start Seeing Motorcycle stickers. Oscar's got all kinds of stickers for you. Look, we even got stickers to hang on your bike. Hang it right on your handlebars. I don't know how that camera works. And then you get your money. Look at this. We give you a free A.B.A.T.E dollar that you can go see Oscar and use one of these dollars to renew your membership. You can do anything you want. Get all of these stickers. Just come see Oscar. So, have a good night and we'll see you next week.